Hi, welcome back. In this clip, I'm going to show you how to integrate Paystack API into your Remix application. As you can see here, I have Gitpod, and Gitpod is an online IDE. So it's what I'll be using for this tutorial. And the next thing I'm going to do is to copy and paste the HTML form that we used in our last tutorial. And as you can see here, in the opening tag, we have an attribute called method, and the value of this attribute will be get, and then we have a forward slash since we are in index page now. All right, having done that, so if I should come here and reload the page, let's see if we have something. Yes, we can see we have our form here now. All right, so after that, I can now come up here and try to import some stuff from Remix. We have a import type. Okay, before that, let's have our load function first. So I will just say export const loader equal async. So we have this, and after that, let me remove this, and we will have request which is of the type loader. It should be automatically imported. So here now we should have a type. All right. So the next thing we need to do now is to declare another variable called URL. We say const URL equal new. Then we have a URL, and then we now have request dot URL. So so if I should just log this to console, then let me have this URL here. And if I should come here and try to fill in some information here, let me just have a 1000 here, and I click on pay. Okay, we're having some error. You demand a loader but did not return anything. All right. So let me come back here, and before we log anything to the console, let me try to return something here. Say return. Let me say message 345. All right. Let me go back again. If I should fill in something once again here and click on pay, so you can see now we have an email and the amount in the query string here. So let me go back to the IDE and try to move this one a little bit up, so you can see what we have here now. We have some couple of stuff in this URL object. We have href, origin, protocol, username, password, hostname, port, path name, slash, and the rest. And you can see the SAS params here. All right. So let's continue. So having gotten to that stage now, so all we need to do now, let me declare another variable. This time around, I will call the variable amount, and then we say url dot just params dot get, and we have a amount, the amount in our query string here, this amount here. So it's what we are getting here now. And if I should log this to the console once again, so let's see, of course we should be able to see what we have here, the amount. And what's the amount in the query string? We're having 10,000. All right. So if I should just put 10,000 once again and try to load, click on the button, the pay button. So let's go back to the IDE. I should come here, and if I okay, as you can see, we have 10,000 here. All right, so let's do for email also. So here now, I will just have this, and let me rename this to email, and then this also email. Email we are also getting from our query string. We have an email here and the value is this. So if we should refresh once again and go back to our IDE. Oh, sorry, I've not actually logged this to the console. So let me have this, have a email. Let me refresh once again. Come back here. So let's check the terminal once again. So we can see we have a 1000 and this email there. Okay, good. So having done that, what I will need to do next, I will need to create a new file inside this app directory or folder. I will call it paystack.server.ts. And after that, come here, type mdn fetch API. Okay, mdn fetch API, and click on this link. Then let me put the yes here now. Can now grab what we have here. All right. And I'll come back to the IDE and paste what we have here and paste it. So having done that, I will need to change this to, let me just call this paystack fetch, right? And then I will go to paystack documentation. Then we have a API. All right, then. So this initialize transaction. Need to come here and try to grab this and come back to the IDE. So having achieved that, all we need to do now is to remove some parts that we don't need. So I will need to remove this part also. I don't think we need it. To replace it with authorization. And let's leave this. And then we have a, let's have bearer here. So here we put a paste our secret key here. So let me just have comma here. And then and this part we don't need it. This part, this referral policy too, we don't need it. We don't need those parts. All right. So now I think everything is working fine now. And here, let me just export this. Export default function name. So that's pretty much what we need to do here. So inside our index file here, I can now import it. I can import a stack fetch from, and we have this, then paystack server.ts. So now we need to make use of our function here, the one we have here, and I will say from here now, and here I will say const response for await, and I will come here now for our URL. I say paystack doc / API. So having done that, can come to this initialize transaction and look for the URL. So here I'll just grab this and come to our IDE here. So I paste this and our data. So let me have a, from here, let me declare another variable called data. Let's say const data, or this is going to be an object. And here we have a amount, and there we have a amount for shorthand. So I will remove this. Let me just remove this, and they have our email also. And let me just grab this variable. Now pass it as a second parameter here. All right. Then we can now have this. Can now return this response we have here. Now, all right. I think that is pretty much what we. Oh, it seems we are having an error here, saying there's no exporting much. Okay. Okay, I think it shouldn't be here. This curly braces. So let's see what we have now. Let me remove this part. So let me close those tabs and then come back here once again. Okay, before that, let me try to log this to the console. Log. If I should come here and try to refresh, since we still have the same value, email and the amount here, and if I should come here, we have a false status false message, no authorization header was found. Okay, that's true. So here now, what we've not actually done is to have our Paystack secret key here. So to get that, I will come here, then I will need to log in first. So as you can see here now, I've successfully logged into my Paystack account, and then let me come to preference, then API keys and webhooks to grab our secret key. So I will scroll down a little bit. This is for live. Then I will just need for test. So here now I can now grab the secret key, come back to our IDE, and what I just grabbed, paste it here, and I think everything is okay now. And also you can save this in .env file if you like, but let's just leave it the way it is, just for learning purpose. So now if I should come here once again and try to fill in something. Let me just fill in something so that I don't get confused. So I click on this once again. You still have the same email and the amount. And then if I should come back here, and I think we should be able to see we are still having no authorization header was found. We are still having the same error here. All right, let's see what is actually happening once again. I think maybe this should be authorization. So let me refresh once again. Okay, I think it's because of this Z. I was having S instead of Z here. So, okay, we've been able to generate our checkout, link here, the URL to our checkout. So, what we need to do now is to grab this authorization underscore URL. And to do that, we need to import use loader data so that what is being returned from our loader function here, we can grab it in our component. So here now, let me first have a use loader data here. Let me just say use the data. Have this const. Let me just say data for this. So let me log it first and see it. While I comment out the one I have in here. Alright. Let me once again refresh. Alright. So as you can see, everything is working fine now. Let me try to grab the authorization underscore URL here, and to grab that, let me come here once again, and from here I will just say data dot and this authorization underscore URL. So once again, let me just reload the browser. We say it's in cannot read browser from divine authorization. Alright, let me have this and try to refresh once again. Alright, come back here. What do we have? We are having undefined. Alright. I think what we can do here now, let me remove this variable here and say instead on await we have a JSON from this. So as you can see here, no, it shouldn't be here also. So let me try to remove this. And instead we have a type here. Also from here, let me try to import this in premise run. Then we have a node. Right, I think it should work properly now. So here now, just have a JSON and then we have a text. And if I should come here once again, try to refresh. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, we're having undefined. All right, let me destructure this. Have this data and let me try once again. So what do we have? Okay, so we have the checkout page now here. So what we are looking for. So having successfully done that, so we can now make use of a use effect. So use effect and it's in an anonymous function. So we can now say that if data dot authorization underscore URL, then we can now say window dot location then equal to this. And of course, as our dependency, this. All right, I think that's pretty much what we need to do. So if I should come here once again and reload, you can see we have successfully been redirected to the checkout page of a Paystack. So this is it here. So let's go back again and start everything from beginning. All right, let me refresh. So we're having an error here. So let me log this out first. All right, let's just come here and let me just grab this and declare a variable called Paystack check. Let's say it's equal to this and use the optional chaining here. This instead of having this, and now have this here, here, we have it here. So if I should now refresh, all right, and I try to say like let's say 1,000 or 10,000 rather, so you can see they've been redirected. So we are having 100 here. So to make it the right amount, so here instead of having this amount here, so we have a times 100. Everything is in Google. I think it's a script error, but let me try and see. So let me just have this number. I think the error is gone now. All right, so now let me go back once again. Let me refresh. All right, so we have our page back now. Let me try to refill the form. I have 1,000. If I click on pay, all right, we have the normal 10,000 here. And if I should fill in my card details and click on pay, you can see the payment is now successful. So that's pretty much how to go about it. Thanks so much for watching. And if this video clip has actually assisted you in resolving issues we're having while trying to integrate Paystack API into Remix application, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel as this will go a long way in helping this channel. Thanks once again. Bye.